Yes, what's up? Morning, listen to the God today. All glory to the Most High. Now, like I said, this word, narcissism is thrown around, and it's thrown towards narcissists. See, from what I said, a lot of people, majority, they have a narcissism type attitude. Because narcissism is a mind state, too. I see that. And I start to learn more and more. See, like I always say, narcissists who they are because they are who they are. But when people start saying certain things, it's not because they took on the traits of a narcissist, it's because they are who they are, meaning regular people. Because see, it's like this. Anybody can be toxic. Now, a narcissist themselves go out there and say, yeah, this is what I'm going to do because this is how I am. Another person might not say they're going to go out there and be toxic, but if a conversation you have with one of your homeboys, one of your homegirls, or whatever, if it's not going right, then you also gotta let them go. See, that's my point. See, people want to just place narcissism in a they put it in a small, they put it in a box, like it's about men, women, and pussy and dick, and that's cheap. Narcissism is based off of people in general, right? So you can have 5 people that don't want to be toxic, but if they're skipping the topic of what you, I, or him are talking about, I'm sorry, what's coming out of them is toxic. Because everybody's quick, right? Like in the church world, everybody's quick to say witchcraft this and witchcraft that, right? Now, witchcraft, they say sometimes things go well for people, right? Then they say, oh, but it's wrong because it's not of God. Right, so the same thing with a so-called empath and a narcissist. If an empath is speaking toxicity because they don't understand clarity, then there is no way that they're fitting in as an empath. Because if you have a overstanding as an empath, you gotta be on the same page. You cannot be on a different page. Because see, just like a narcissist likes to throw people off, so you won't complete things. See, we know that. That's the point. But see, sometimes when I say things like that, instead of the empath just understanding, they start trying to go and trying to read to trying to make it a situation. No, see, that's the point. That's what narcissists do. They make everything into a situation. Everything's not a situation. Like I said, listen to the God. You know what I mean? Oh, glory to the Most High God. Listen now. Right. So if you make everything into a dilemma when somebody says something, that's what a narcissist does. Because think about it, like I said before, just listen. If you have to build, right, that ground right there, right, the ground, you gotta build that ground right there. If you have to build that, and we got everything we need to build, and you say you're an empath, you can say whatever, and and the job gotta get done soon. What? Okay, and you say you're an empath. What would you be doing the extra talking for? See, that's what I'm saying. So empaths do that too, and empaths add things that's not needed. Empaths force things. Empaths be giving credits to people that don't earn it and everything, and that's just reality. So you see, so it's not, you can't awaken and then recover from an empath or narc or whatever. You have to recover from toxicity itself that's within people, right? Because like I said, how do you think people do businesses? And then when you cut people off, people get mad, right? Because you might not be an empath, bro, or bros or sisters, but your mind state is a narcissist. So you're not gonna get respected as an empath with a narcissist type attitude, especially when you don't get nothing done. That's just how it is. So that's what I mean. But misunderstood by the empaths and envy by the narc, because I take all the supply and I'm just natural substance. That's the point. So you have to have both in you, but you have to combine the real reality of what it is. Right. See, if you want to go around blaming narcs and stuff, you're very well welcome to do that. But if you want to just say life is what it is, and we need to just start taking accountability for ourselves, as people say, then it's something different. Like I said, so if you can't do that, then you didn't have a head over you to teach you to do that. And maybe you did have that. Like I said, and see, again, that's none of my business. That's the point. Because remember, every time when we say something, everybody always go back, oh, it doesn't matter what you had, what you didn't have. What could you give yourself? That's the point. So every single words and things that you use, if you don't help somebody, it won't help. I tell that person, hey, look, you need Tylenol for something, right? And say the person say, well, I used to use Tylenol and ibuprofen, or I used to use ibuprofen also. Somebody might get mixed up and say, oh, he said he used Tylenol and ibuprofen. Does that make them a narcissist, or does that make that a narcissist mindset? So there are different types. That's just the point. You understand? There are different types. So realize, okay, just realize the words that come out of your mouth. Realize what you're doing, right? Because like I said, so it's just a mindset. And I guess a person that's just going around just straight up trying to prevent people from doing stuff, yeah, I don't know if people call it a narcissist. That's just called evil. That's called a loser. Right, that's called a loser. So that's what I'm trying to say. Right, so I don't give a damn about either one. And all the empath for the people of the world, because it's all basically just the same. The narcissists just like to linger and being lost. That's just the point. But the empath, so-called empath, they don't want improvement. Because every time when somebody else talk, like a narcissist, all they do is start projecting stuff that don't make sense because it's stuff you didn't say. That's just the point where I'm saying, right? That's like on a job. If the boss didn't tell you to do something, and it's 8 of you and 3 guys are saying that, no, you're supposed to do what the boss said. You don't add stuff that shouldn't be added unless it really can help for that moment. That's the point. And like I said, everything I say, don't try to make a dilemma or a dilemma out of it or something I'm talking about. I'm just making examples. Right, that's another thing, right? What the so-called empaths do. Why are you fantasizing when somebody talk? Calm down, listen, and then learn. And listen to the God. Follow the Most High God. Take up the Most High cross and get the Most High Spirit. Follow God. Peace.